In June, the number of cities experiencing a month-on-month increase in the sales prices of residential properties among 70 large and medium-sized cities decreased, and the new home price index re-entered the downtrend. As for second-hand residential properties, first-tier cities saw the largest month-on-month decline, and year-on-year prices shifted from an increase to a decline, according to the changes in sales prices of residential properties in 70 large and medium-sized cities, recently released by the National Bureau of Statistics in June. Among the 70 large and medium-sized cities, 31 cities had a month-on-month increase in the sales prices of new residential properties, and 7 cities had a month-on-month increase in the sales prices of second-hand residential properties. These numbers decreased by 15 and 8 cities, respectively, compared to the previous month. The number of cities with a year-on-year increase in the sales prices of new residential properties was 27, which increased by 1 compared to the previous month, while the number of cities with a year-on-year increase in the sales prices of second-hand residential properties was 6, which decreased by 3 compared to the previous month. New home price index re-enters the downtrend. Analyzing the performance of various cities based on data published by the National Bureau of Statistics in June, Chongqing, 0.5%. Ranked first in the month-on-month increase in the prices of new residential properties. Shanghai, Hangzhou, Yinchuan, Haikou, and Xianjiang shared the second place with a 0.4% increase. Huizhou and Dali had the steepest declines, with a month-on-month drop of -1.1% and -0.8%, respectively, while Luzhou, Kunming, and Guilin shared the third place with a decline of -0.5%. China Index Academy believes that the price increases in cities like Shanghai and Hangzhou are related to relatively healthy fundamentals in their real estate markets. The rise in house prices in Haikou may be linked to positive factors, such as the construction of a free trade port in Hainan. On the other hand, cities experiencing a decline in the price index, like Huizhou and Dali, are not performing well, particularly those that were previously booming. Huizhou, which was previously a hot property market, now shows the most significant decline in the price index, indicating an unstable foundation for the real estate recovery in various regions. On the other hand, the new home price index has re-entered the downtrend after 4 consecutive months of increases. According to the calculations of China Index Academy in June, the month-on-month increase in the price index for new residential properties in 70 cities across the country was -0.1%, with a year-on-year increase of -0.4%. In response to this, China Index Academy points out that this phenomenon is related to the sustained weakness in the new home transaction market since April. Apart from a few new developments with significant price inversion, the overall sales of other new properties have been very poor. Feedback from some real estate companies indicates that the sales offices were very quiet in June, and there was an obvious increase in the pressure to clear inventory. The weak transaction data led to the decline in the house price index. According to data from the National Bureau of Statistics, the month-on-month price changes for new residential properties in first, second, and third-tier cities in May were 0.0%, 0.0%, and -0.1%, respectively, while the year-on-year changes were 1.3%, 0.5%, and -1.4%, respectively. China Index Academy believes that all 3 types of cities are showing a trend of narrowing month-on-month price increases, indicating a general cooling of the market. Even first-tier cities are facing cooling pressures. Moreover, third-tier cities were the first to enter the downtrend, indicating the highest market pressure, which, in turn, affected the month-on-month price increases of residential properties in the 70 cities nationwide. The steepest decline in second-hand residential prices in first-tier cities. As for second-hand residential properties, Gansu, 0.3%, ranked first in the month-on-month increase, and Chengdu, Sanya, and Xining tied for second place, each with a 0.2% increase. Shanghai, -1.2%, continued to top the list in the month-on-month price decline, while Nanjing and Tangshan ranked second with a month-on-month decline of -1.1%. In terms of year-on-year prices, 6 cities, including Chengdu, Changsha, Beijing, Nanchang, Sanya, and Shanghai were on an upward trend. It is worth noting that the real estate market is undergoing a deep adjustment period, and even the historically resilient first-tier cities are unable to escape the sluggish trend. The second-hand residential prices in these cities experience the largest month-on-month decline among all types of cities, and their year-on-year prices also shifted from an increase to a decline. According to data from the National Bureau of Statistics in June, the month-on-month decline in the sales prices of second-hand residential properties in first-tier cities was 0.7%, which expanded by 0.3 percentage points compared to the previous month, making it the largest single-month decline since September 2014. As for year-on-year prices, the sales prices of second-hand residential properties in first-tier cities shifted from a 0.4% increase last month to a 0.4% decrease, marking the first year-on-year decline since August 2019. Taking Beijing and Shanghai as examples, due to the concentrated release of previously accumulated demand, the supply and demand dynamics of second-hand homes in Beijing have changed and prices have entered a downward trend. According to data from the National Bureau of Statistics in June, the price index for second-hand residential properties in Beijing fell by 0.7% month-on-month. It is worth mentioning that due to a structural shift in urban demand, there is a significant price differentiation between different regions and types of residential properties. In terms of transaction volume, the cooling trend is evident and overall trading activity is low. According to data from the Beijing Municipal Commission of Housing and Urban Rural Development, the volume of second-hand homes transactions in Beijing has been continuously declining for 3 consecutive months since April. In June, the number of second-hand home signings in Beijing was 11,607. Down 10.59% from the previous month and only half of the volume in March. Similarly, the Shanghai second-hand property market has been relatively weak recently, with the prices of second-hand residential properties being in the first place for 2 consecutive months among the 70 large and medium-sized cities in terms of month-on-month price declines. Apart from prices, the number of second-hand properties listed for sale in Shanghai has also increased significantly.